Grant, you've had a couple of days to reflect on that game at Walsall. Any additional thoughts after that?
No, it's gone. I thought, look, we delivered the plan well in the first half. The goal right after half-time is obviously really, really disappointing for us to concede because we felt we were in a strong position at half-time. But look, the game's gone now. We reflected on it yesterday. We got a good session into the boys who needed to train yesterday, which was important. The other boys recovered. And we look ahead to Colchester.
In terms of addressing the issues that you pointed out after the game, obviously it's a quick turnaround. How do you go about that kind of ruthlessness in the final third, but also those recoveries at the back when there's mistakes made? Yeah,
we just gotta refine what we're about and how we play really. So the last couple of days has been about going back to the drawing board, showing the players what we are, how we like to play the game. And there's a lot of aspects around that and metrics that we look at to put us in a good place to perform and go and win football games. And it's been a little bit disappointing, obviously, the defeat at Wimbledon and the defeat at Walsall, but we know there's a long way to go and there's a long season. We're not even at the halfway point yet. I think the game tomorrow will be that. So there's a long way to go, and we're quite calm and relaxed. We're obviously disappointed to lose the couple of games that we did over the last 10 days or so. But we'll respond. We know we've got a really good staff and a good group of players.
Deep into this busy period, how is the squad holding up?
Yeah, everyone's fine. Everyone's come through the game good. Again, just Richard Wood, Tom Nixon, Nico's back training now, which is really pleasing. He'll join in with us again today. Rudy's coming along well. His injury's healing up. He's in less pain than he was, which is pleasing. But apart from that, the squad's good.
You didn't make too many changes the other day, just the one in terms of the starting 11. Do you foresee in this next one that there might be a few more?
You'll have to wait and see. But yeah, it's important at this period of time that we keep a freshness and energy about the group, whether that's a team that started against Walsall or whether that's changes. We'll see when the team sheet comes through. But we've planned for the last couple of days to go to Colchester to try and put a really good performance on, which hopefully will put us in a good place to get the win.
What do you make to them as a test? I
think they've got stronger as the season's went on. I think it's important for Danny. I'm sure he's got quite a few players back from off the injury table. I know he's still missing a few, but they look strong. I expected them to be strong, given the reputation of Danny anyway and what he's done at his previous club. So it don't surprise me. I feel like they've got good players there. I think they'll continue to get stronger as the season goes on, and hopefully we're the same. We're in a decent place from where we are at this moment in time. We feel like there's a lot more gears for us to go through, and January window's approaching, which hopefully will make us stronger as well. But it's important that we just, like I say, when you lose one or two games, it's important for me to show that calmness and that real belief in the group, which I do, but also making sure that we get the energy right for this game coming up.
What's key to this one? They obviously don't lose many games, Colchester. What's key to getting the win from this?
It's more what we do, really. It's about us, performing to the levels that we can do. My focus is only on my team and making sure that we get the plan right, go there with that energy and spark that we can show, and we have shown for large spells this season. But the key is for us to do it on a more consistent level, and we're not the only ones. There's 21 teams underneath us that'll tell you the same. I think it's around about 20 odd teams underneath us will tell you the same. They're looking for that consistency to push themselves into that upper regions of the division. We're no different. We know we're in and around the mix at this moment in time. We know we can be better.
You mentioned January, just a few days away from the window opening. How is it looking in terms of the business that you want to do?
Yeah, fine. We're in a good place. We're pushing all the time. We've got a few bids in for one or two players. So it's just a case of waiting to see if they come off. So no news from the last time I'd spoken to you. What I mean by that is nobody's in the building training and ready to go at this moment in time. We've agreed with one club and we've sent an offer to another club. So again, we're just waiting to hear back.
You've talked about wanting attacking reinforcements. Can that just provide a lift as much as everything to that area of the pitch?
Yeah, well, look, Ephraim's gone back to Bristol City, went back last week. Effie's going to be a top player. He just found it difficult to get past Molyneux, Gibson, Hurst, Sabara. So it was important that we helped Effie out. You know, he's gone back now and he's played the last couple of games for their 21s there, and I'm sure he'll go out on loan again in January. But, you know, he's a young lad. It was his first loan. He just didn't get the opportunity to go and show people what he's about, and we firmly believe that, you know, we may have had him too soon, but there's no doubt the kid will go on and have a really good career. So it's important we replace in that position. But it's also making sure that we're competitive once this window shuts, that we're in a strong position.
Loans like that, it just can be circumstance, can't it? As you've said, a good player, and it's just the situation's not particularly opened up for him.
Yeah, and look, the games he played, he scored in. You know, he scored in a couple of the Checker Trade JVT, Virtue Trophy, whatever they call it these days. You know, he played in a couple of those games and he looked really good in them. He could have scored a Barnsley as well. But circumstances, form of others, you know, Luke was in great form. Can get back to that form, I'm sure he can, and he has been in good form. Jordan, Hursty, Joe Sabara, you know, there's people just ahead of him in the pecking order, and Effie knew that. Bristol City have been brilliant, and we've been in contact with them all through.
In terms of the amount of business that you want to get done next month, how much are you looking to do? I know you've said it's a difficult month to bring players in, but how much are you looking?
Just looking to improve, really. You know, if there's better players out there that we think can come in and help us, then we'll do that. We've got the support from Terry and Gavin to do that. But our priority at this moment in time is replacing Ephraim, but not just replacing him with a player that we think is a squad player, and placing hopefully to come in and push the ones that's already in and around that position. So that's the priority at this moment in time. We've got options in every position, like I speak to you about all the time, 5 or 6 options that we can press a button on whenever we need. But yeah, that would be the priority at this moment in time.